2020 Virgo. I hope you're doing well today. Good morning, everyone. What's up, Coffee Beans? So I bought this nice clutch from this place called Perfeccion Garcia, better known as PG, but it's a Spanish leather tanner. And so I bought the mint green origami. It's a little clutch. So, so yeah, I think I'm gonna rock that on Saturday. What's up, CDP? What's going on, Coffee Bean? Well, y'all, something is going on. Let me start first of all with good morning, everybody, and I hope everybody is doing well. I am doing fabulous today. Good day. Happy Thursday. We are almost at the end of the week. Another week. Lord, it's going by quickly, right? So, thank you, Coffee Bean. So, Andy Bashir, and if Creole Libra Butterflies in here, baby, please talk to your governor and tell him to run that election because if Mitch McConnell is alive and well, it's not enough to be alive, but and well, then he should be able to make the votes. Mitch McConnell has missed so many votes, and I think Andy Bashir needs to move on. I think the Republicans are doing this because they do not want Bashir to appoint a Democratic person in Mitch McConnell's seat. That's the only reason that this is going on. Now, according to Marjorie Taylor Greene, she believes he's dead. And she believes that his wife is an asset to the Chinese, according to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Um, Either Mitch McConnell is so incapacitated that he cannot do anything or he's not with us anymore. But I do not have uh, empathy because when Joe Biden seemed like he was a little frail, they wanted Joe Biden to do all of these tests to prove this, to prove that. So I think the same thing is should be happening with Mitch McConnell. That's my opinion. I think something is wrong, and I think that these Republicans are so diabolical. They are trying to hold on to power so heavily that they would even compromise telling the truth about one of their colleagues. No one has seen Mitch. No one has heard from Mitch. Mitch hasn't made a call into a radio station. He hasn't done any of these things. And this is not the only Republican that has done this. I thought when Dianne Feinstein did this that it should have been like, okay, so again, Andy Bashir, do your job. Marjorie Taylor Greene thinks the man is dead. And she thinks that his wife has been compromised. That's according to Marjorie Taylor Greene. The Nolan Wells situation is interesting. I just want to get down to the bottom of this because it's tragic. If Mississippi didn't have such a sordid history, if they didn't have all of this history of racism, it would have been like okay, but we know. So hopefully, this man's parents and loved ones get the closure that they need. It's tragic. It's very tragic. So yeah, I think they're hiding his health reports. And my thing is, he is a person who works for the people. And, privacy is one thing, but missing a whole lot of votes. And, you know, yeah, people not doing their job because they want to hold power or they want a certain party to hold power is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. So that's where I'm going with that this morning. Um, let's talk about Dr. Cheyenne or somebody who say their name is Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. So it has come to my attention that Dr. Cheyenne Dr. Shine Bryant has put on a cap and gown to prove that she is Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Now, this is where she got popped. Argos's colors were not the colors that she put on for her doctoral robe. The doctoral robe she put on was from an honorary degree that she received. Now, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, can I say this to you? Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, I understand that people will always question your credentials. It doesn't matter who you are. But Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, a degree, a degree would actually prove something, and a transcript would prove something. And it would, a degree and a transcript would shut it all down. Now, Dr. Bryant, I have a transcript, and it tells everybody on the transcript, doctoral program completed. Once you finish that degree, that transcript will have completed. It will have all of your credit hours on there, all the courses that you've taken. And it will say degree conferred. Degree conferred. That's what it will say. So, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, either you like this drama and you're going down that hill, or just, baby, just show the degree. But let me say this, showing the degree is not enough, because it's really not the degree, it's the transcript at the end. Um, when I worked at Strayer, I don't give a darn who you say you were. You could bring your degree, but it was the official transcripts that we needed, because the degree is like, okay, but I want y'all to know anybody can print up a degree too. But the transcript with the watermark in it determines if that person graduated or not, and not the unofficial transcripts. But can I say this? I would go off her unofficial transcripts, because if it's unofficial, it will still tell me if the degree was conferred, and it will have, and if it was an unofficial transcript, it'll have void or unofficial transcript. I mean, the process is easy. If you got the degree, and if it's an official transcript, you're going to see the watermark on it, and it's going to tell you degree conferred. That's what it does. If it's an unofficial transcript, it will have void or unofficial in it, and then it will let us know. It will still have degree conferred, but people will know that it's an unofficial transcript. So, Dr. Cheyenne, allegedly Dr. Cheyenne, whatever y'all want to say, it's very simple to prove that. You don't have to prove it, but for the mere fact that you putting on robes and stuff, either you like the drama or you crazy as cat pee. Because at the end of the day, it's that simple. And let me say this, Dr. Cheyenne, and I'm going to call you that just for the sake of, if it's really true that you have that, all you got to do is go on a talk show that you like, have your official transcripts, and let the person show it. Or say, yes, I've looked through this. But Darcy, look, let me say this, Darcy. If I went on a show, it's not even that. It's not even that. I could not work at some of the places that I have worked without transcripts. I teach an online class, and I could not teach that online class with credentials. This is why I don't have to prove anything to anyone, because the jobs that I have, especially the one that you got to teach, has proven the case, because they have to have your official, not unofficial, but your official transcripts. Hold on for a minute. I'm looking at this lady. All right, y'all, I'm sorry, but somebody tried to pull over in my lane. Let me move on. All right. I had to blow the horn. But the thing is, let me say this. Okay? Yeah, and I'm not saying that it's wrong, Darcy, but this is the thing. This is the problem. I have a problem with people who may or may not have had the adequate training and going up there and messing folk lives. That could be catastrophic. So, yeah. And this is why I say that. Jay Wilson, be careful allowing people to come over here after they did live with mess talking bad about you, then questioning you about your money. Baby, I know who Uppity is. This is why, okay. So if you all know, Uppity came over here. But I know that's what type of person Uppity is, and that's why I said what I said to Uppity. Because Uppity is messy. And that's why I kept on saying, Uppity, why don't you give Miss Regina the money if you are so concerned about that? You know, I know who she is. And this is why I look at these people and shake my head. But that's who Uppity is, you all. And let me say this. So this Dr. Cheyenne Bryan thing, Doctor, just show your transcripts and it'll be all right. Now let me say this. This is my show. I run my own competition. Whatever I decide to give you is my decision. I didn't have anybody anything at all. No more than I had to give Uppity money when I won the competition, that dance competition. But I did what I said I was going to do. Now, if you didn't like the money that I gave you, then you could easily give it back because it was 49 or whatever money that you didn't have. What Uppity doesn't understand is Miss Regina didn't sign a contract with me to promote my show. I didn't tell Miss Regina to go promote the show. She did that on her own accord. Then Uppity had the nerve to bring Uncle Claude into it. Uncle Claude got paid. We didn't go with a DJ, but he still got paid. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm about my money. I don't give a damn what these people say. I don't give a damn what these people do. This is why I run my platform. They were mad because of that $1,000 situation, because they didn't think about it and they didn't think it up. I was very upfront and honest. I am keeping half of the pot. And I did exactly what I said I was going to do. Not only did that, though, the winner got all of their money, but I divvied that money out. A lot of people may not have been happy with what they got, but it's more than what they had. Next time we do a competition, it'll be winner take all. I'm not upset about it. I just understand the psychology of these people. Yeah, and they begged me to enter the competition. and I won, and I still gave them money. Was I obligated to do that? No. I did it because I did get in last minute at their behest, won, and gave them some money. Let me tell y'all something. This thing happened in January. This thing happened in January. People are now making a squawk about it, and it's almost August. And I really don't care. That's the whole thing. I gave you your money. You took that money. That money is spent and gone. Uppity needs some, I guess, content. And again, she gonna find herself on the outs because I knew she was gonna do that, and that's how Uppity is. And I'm really not upset about it. I think it's funny, and that's why I was laughing about the whole thing because I'm like, girl, okay, that was in January. Yeah, and I don't ask for much. That's the problem. And I don't sit here and beg people on a daily basis. Powerful force, I'm good. I'm good, but I appreciate that. But powerful force, can I say something? I don't take these people seriously. I really don't. I don't take them seriously. This is why I said what I said to Uppy. Don't take them seriously. You know, so when I said that Uppity was over there with Brian and Miss Virginia, I knew what was going on then. I knew what was going on then. That's why I said, okay, come on and show your ugly face. Because if you're going to be two faced, at least show the nice looking one. I knew what she was doing. Uppity is a flip flopper, but that's her character. That's the character she plays. Anybody who accepts her on one day, she goes to. That's Uppity. She is who she is. This is why I don't have a problem with somebody coming up here and dragging her to the white meat because she's messy. Even with that stuff with this heat, y'all, that right there alone. I'm like, girl, this heat ain't trying to get with me. You sound stupid. You just trying to be messy. And this is what these people do. They're not smart enough to get themselves out of poverty. They're not smart enough to get out of the system, but they're smart enough to be messy. They're smart enough to cause people to really despise them. Now, that last place Uppity lived, maybe them people was ready for her to go. But you're that smart and clever to do all of these things, but you can't get yourself out of poverty. But they live for strife. And that's what Uppity was doing. Uppity don't care about Miss Regina and that money. Uppity cares about Uppity and getting a click in a view. And it's the beef sector way. But I recognize that. I recognize that with this heat. And Miss Regina took that money. And all of a sudden now here we are almost in August. And here we go with all of this foolishness. Okay. But I don't care. I think it's funny. And as far as Ness trying to come on my platform, baby, you can't come over here. When you think that you can come over here and do that, to me, you're no different than Queen Tulsa. So to the left, whatever you want to do it on your platform, not on mine. I'm good. I'm good with you. I am really cleaning house with people. And uppity baby, you're gonna be next. You're gonna be next because I knew what you were doing. That's why I was again just like the Nest situation. That I'm like, what's up with you? Same with uppity, and that's how I see you, uppity. That's how I see you. And again, you're like, well, no, no, no. That's how I see you. That's how I see you. But let me say this about Miss Regina. I didn't. She can post whatever she wants to. Baby, I'm done. The competition is over. You got what you got. Um, and first of all, I want her to post her banner. I want her to post her banner. And I will go back in my emails to see if I missed her banner. But this is the thing. Let's hypothetically say that Miss Regina was right and she did post a banner and it didn't get shown. The banner was a steel banner, according to her. You still wouldn't have won. So for the mere fact that you got some money, be grateful. But I think it's funny. I don't feel no way about it. I don't care anything about it. It was messy. The person who brought it was messy. And you let uppity use you and get the little money that the people giving you, baby, collect, get what you get. Because again, that's your pay. And you've been paid. And I'm done. You've been paid. That's all I can say. But I knew what Uppity was doing. That's why I was talking to her like I was talking to her. Because I already knew. I heard what she said. Y'all gotta know. I know the messiness when I see it. Miss Regina doesn't know how much I got. Y'all know I don't share those numbers with people. Miss Regina don't know anything or Uppity or anybody. And again, this is why I look at people with the side eye. I don't share that with them. And that's one good thing I can say. I don't share how much money I made with people. You can guesstimate, but yeah, I don't have to lie about it. We raised about $2,000, and that's it. But when people are upset and angry and they feel offended, that's what they do. They'll go run to somebody and or they'll get the attention now because again, this is what we need to do, and boom, yeah. But all I will say is I was very upfront and honest. I'm taking half the pot, and with my half of the pot, I did have to pay some people out, and I paid them exactly what I wanted to pay them. And if they're not satisfied with it, they can always return it. There's somebody who can use it. But baby, I'm not pressed by Miss Regina, Uppity, or anybody else. It's business. I run a show, and you learn, you live and learn. That's all I gotta say about it. So anyway, all I will say is the winner got all of her money, and the winner did what she did with her money. Thank God for the winner. The second place person got the $250 they I told them they was gonna get. They weren't satisfied with that, and I think they thought they was gonna press me. Maybe I can't be pressed like that because I said that's what you was gonna get. As a matter of fact, I gave you more because it was just 200. I threw in the extra 50 because again, it is what it is. Um, and have not used her material, and then yeah, and everybody else, it was like okay. But those are the people who I really were looking out for. Baby, I don't care what these people got to say. It's a bitsy. I don't feel no ways tied. And I think I'm going to do it again. And I think it's going to be winner take all. And this is the thing. So this is what I had to tell Uppity. Girl, okay, go over there to Mo Better. Talk to her. Don't talk to me. And then it got real crickets when we brought up Miss Regina and the wireless situation and everything. So it got real crickets. But let me tell you something. Miss Regina, I don't have a problem with you. But I don't respect you for the mere fact You didn't email me and tell me XYZ, but you know what? It's all good. I'm good with it. God bless you. And I moved on. I moved on. I'm not gonna sit there and deal with that. And I'm like, what? With who? I didn't even know. And then when I found out, girl, I had to do nothing but laugh. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, Jay mean. No, Jay is very matter of fact. You've been paid. I owe you nothing but gratitude. Thank you for what you did do. But again, I didn't tell you to do that. We didn't sign a contract. I didn't say, Miss Regina, you didn't. You came up. You was on the lane. You was getting the attention, and now obviously you're getting paid for surviving Jay Wilson. So you still get. Hold on for a minute, Viv. I'm not finished. You still getting paid. You still getting paid. You still getting paid. So yeah, and uppity. And I knew uppity went on because somebody told me she went on. But again, it's people want to make a mountain out of a molehill. Uppity, like I said, you were two faced. You messy. We saw you at the door. You so concerned about Miss Regina, but you ain't. When I said you gonna give something to her, your mouth was closed, and it seemed like you was grateful for the little $25 you got, cause something was better than nothing. But you messy, and I'm good with it. Cause can I tell y'all this? This is a show, and once this jank clicks off, it is what it is. I don't know Miss Regina. I know she clicks on the link. I know she comes up every once in a while. I have never met that lady. I ain't never ate lunch with that lady. I ain't never talked to that lady on the phone. That's how I feel about it. Now, I can like you on YouTube, but I do not get YouTube folk mixed up with my real life. And if you feel some kind of way, then you need to ask yourself, did you get caught up in the rapture? Because my thing is, I don't feel no way. Ooh, Miss Regina was over here so much, but I don't know her. She came over here because she was a guest host or whatever you want to call it on her own. But look, she came over here, and again, that's what I said. I ain't make you click the link. You click the link because you want to click the link. I don't tell people when to click or not to click, and you come on up. All right, Viv, I'm gonna drop the link. Now I just had to get that on out, Viv, because the people got me messed up. But again, I am not upset at nobody. Baby, y'all keeping me relevant. Y'all don't want me to leave. Y'all don't want me to leave. Y'all don't want me to leave. You sure don't. Hold on, Viv. There you go. Y'all don't want me to leave. See, people enjoy your platform to promote themselves. They enjoy your platform to do X, Y, Z. And then they'll flip the script. This is why I tell people, baby, it ain't no friends on YouTube. And I'm gonna stop her fat wily ass from coming over here too. Because people really think that you need them to come over here. I don't. I don't. But you got some hills that you need to cross. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. If I drop the link. But anyway, you all. Well, I don't even know. Sometimes. Oh, Viv, you in the car, girl. But sometimes that's what people do because we're gonna jump on while the grease is hot. But it doesn't matter. I don't. I mean, I'm not pressed. It is what it is. Hey Jay and chat. Hell no. I want you to stay. You are my entertainment. Them sharp comebacks have taught me how to come back to people in real life. Up and it been messy. Huh. What's new now? She always shades. No, no. I'm different. I'm different. It's not uppity who's changed. I have. And I don't tolerate foolishness. At my old age, I don't have time for it. And so when you cross me, even in a professional setting, and if I see who you are and you're trying to angle something, I'll leave you alone. I'm gonna tell you what Shelly put on her page. It resonated with me. When people stab you in the back, you take that same knife and cut ties. And I'm taking knives right now, and I'm cutting ties. How about that? That's all I'm saying, y'all. What's up, Viv?
Hey Jay, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. So when people stab you in the back, take that same knife and cut ties. And I'm gonna start doing that more often. And I've given Uppity numerous chances, but I don't see it for her. And that's just my own opinion, that's personal, but I don't think she adds anything to the show. And so yeah, and again, people think that you need them. And like I tell people, it's a joy to have you over here, but we're not desperate for you. That's all. Go ahead. Hey Viv,
Hey, Liz, how y'all? Listen, I'm just sitting
you
my
Morgan,
phone
Viv.
here. I had to pull over Jay for this one, baby.
I think you Morgan a little bit.
Am I borging y'all?
Yeah, okay, we hear you now. You
Am I
were Morgan.
am I borging everybody?
We can hear you now, but you were. Go ahead.
Well, what I came to tell y'all is freely you bastards come and freely you bastards go. I said it. I said it. Freely you bastards come and freely you bastards go. Now here's the thing. Jay Wilson ain't asked y'all asses to come over here. Ain't nobody asked you to come sell hair crack. Ain't nobody asked you to bring your fat ass over here and talk about nothing and give all your business about this imaginary nigga that's giving you money every month, $1,000. Ain't nobody ask you to come over here and do nothing. Freely your asses come, freely your asses go. Now, thank you for the person that sent me the dollar that told me that they was over there dragging me yesterday. I don't give a good goddamn. I said it. Vivian said it. I ain't even think nothing else about it. Y'all know why? I thought about it when I spent the dollar in playing a game last night. How about that? Thank you. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. These people are crazy than cat piss. God bless them.
You waste your money with me on that.
And heaven smile upon them. And heaven smile upon them. These messy ass people. These people messy as hell.
Yeah, you waste your money with me because first of all, I knew that it was messy. And I'm like, and then he come up and he clicking the link. I'm like, nigga, you just ran me down over here. This is what she didn't know. So I knew it was her, Brian, and Miss Virginia. I listened to a little bit, and that's all I needed to know what the whole premise of the conversation was. So I'm like, okay, I don't need to sit here and listen to this because I know what the premise is. I see who's on the panel, and I know what they're about. And that's why I said what I said to Uppity. And like I said, Uppity, you know, you're going to be in another position as another person because at the end of the day, you weren't willing to give Miss Regina anything. Uppity, you don't share nothing. You sure don't share nothing. And so, yeah. So I'm like, girl, I'm gone. I see what you're trying to do. And I'm not going, but hey, it is what it is. And can I say this? I am really not mad at Miss Regina. But if you expect to get something out of me, see, that's the
hold on, Jay. Yeah. I got the question. I got the answer to that question. How do I feel about Uppity calling me Jay Wilson slave? How about she Jay Wilson whore? And she's a dumb bitch that tells all her business. She becomes content for everybody. She could call her waist snatched all she wants to. Her ass just big. A bitch that's a fucking pear can never come for me. She ain't even a pear. That bitch is a fucking whole ball. A damn, she like as big as a fucking medicine ball. I said it. I said it. Even when I was bigger, 80 pounds heavier, that bitch could never, ever. Bitch, a size 52 never compares to a size 22. I said it. I said it. Big draws. Your fucking drawers looking like a goddamn king size sheet. You pissy bitch. I said it. You pissy bitch. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today? I really appreciate each and every one of the Rider Lives for coming out this morning. But see, this is the thing, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all. I don't bother people on here. Because y'all bitches get mad at Jay Wilson, y'all think y'all supposed to come and bother me. Guess where I was last night? In church, laying my burdens down. Because I don't care. I really don't care that much.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Vivian. Let me say this to all of these people. We don't give two damn about what these people say. You all do. You can never make me feel any kind of way. You can never make Vivian feel any kind of way. Vivian is a veteran. Vivian has served her country. Vivian has an education. Vivian takes care of her family. Vivian does not skirt responsibilities like teleparents do. So again, don't tell us about what these people said. And let me say this. I'm going to give you one more chance because I keep on telling you all that that's not what interests me. I'm going to give you one more chance because if I see something about somebody said this, I'm going to start blocking you all straight from jump to let you all know that's how much I care about it. So I'm giving you fair warning. So if you say something and if you get blocked, you know why. We do not mention that person over here because that is not our focus. That is not our focus. Let me tell you what we started talking about today. We talked about Cheyenne Bryant, Mitch McConnell. I was getting ready to talk about Tommy. And then you all came over with this because this is the junk you like. The uppity thing is irrelevant to me because Miss Regina ain't getting no more money out of me. She's not getting an apology. Ain't none of that stuff happening. So everybody had a moment. And as far as I'm concerned, it's done. What's up, Uncle Claude, if you're in here?
Hey, Uncle Claude. Hi, good morning, sweetheart. Brother Jay. And I'm going to tell you, you know what this seems like? Dry begging. How about that? It seems like dry begging. That's what it seems like. Everybody talking about people beg. That's what it sounds like. She's begging. She's dry begging. How about that?
Well, I don't said what it. Doing. And uppity.
Now,
uppity,
and this is the thing, Jay. Jay, I'm listening to that real life stuff. Listen, you got me interested when you started talking about them databases. Then all of a sudden, bam, they come to try and put one in our town. Listen, that's what I'm dealing with. I'm actually out here reporting news. I'm actually going and doing investigations. Okay? That's but for Vivian, all the nosy bitches.
Vivian, hold on. But Vivian, You have a life. You're not waiting for men to allegedly give you $1,000. Vivian, your teeth are intact. You're not having failing and missing teeth. Vivian, you live in a clean home. You're not a hoarder. You know how to clean your home. You're not using someone as your meal ticket. So again, this is why I look at Uppity and I'm like, girl, you can do all of this, but you can't figure out how to get out of the Section 8 business. You can do all of this, but you can't. Yeah. So when I look at Uppity, my thing is this is what she has. This is what she has. And I'm really not offended by her. I just see her. And my thing is, when you're dealing with people like Uppity, you dismiss yourself because these are the type of people who will do any and everything and bringing up old stuff that, like I said, this wasn't even in my foresight. But I see you, Uppity, and I hope you see me because I'm going to be true to what I said. And my thing is, Uppity, our relationship and correspondence in the days of you clicking on the link is very limited. Now, you can take that how you want to, but I'm going to stop giving people access to me who do this kind of stuff because my thing is you took the story and ran with it, and knowing good and well that at the end of the day, and this is why I know she's messy, no Steele banner won. All of the banners that were even in consideration had moving parts. So even if we were to get her banner up, she had no chance of winning. But it was to what I like. How about this? Maybe I didn't like your banner. Now I didn't see it because I couldn't tell you how Miss Virginia's banner looked. I couldn't tell you how it looked. That's why I told her to put it on. But even if so, it was up to me to put the banners out. And this is why Vivian tell you, I don't have no manager. I don't have nobody up here looking behind my back. I'll make the decision. But I was fair with it. And again, you want
Jay, you Borgin. Jay.
Okay.
You Borgin, baby.
I got you. Hold on. Okay, can you see me? Am I back? Am I still Borgin?
Yeah, you're back. No, okay, you're not Borgin anymore.
Yeah, in certain areas, it turns off my Wi-Fi. Let me say this. Nobody tells anybody to do anything. People come over here because they want to. People click on the link because they want to. That's just that simple. And so you can't shame me and saying, oh, he doesn't know. I'm business, I stand on it, and that's the type of person that I am. And if you don't like it, then oh well. But I'm not changing. But I tell you what, though, I am getting ready to limit a lot of people's access to me. It is what it is. So now, what else is going on? Because I think it's funny. This really is a non-issue. It's just somebody bringing something up, and I'm like, okay, girl, it's a non-issue. And like I told you, Uppity, if you're not willing to do anything for Miss Virginia, then you just need to move on because, like I told you yesterday, you just being plain messy. It is what it is. So anyway, y'all, what else is going on? I mean, I'm not getting ready to go through all of this. I just said what I said, and Miss Virginia, God bless you, love you, niece, but I'm good. I'm good. Good. Take the money. I heard you made some coin. I'm not mad at it. Do what you got to do. I should have gave her exactly what I gave her. I gave her exactly what I gave her. But like I said to you all, it's over. It's over. It's over. It is what it is. You know, I was rolling because Heidi was mad at that 250, but she didn't send it back. See, again, if you are so offended by the monetary gift, then just send it back. If you feel that you were more deserving, send it back. But I'm gonna tell you, none of them sent that money back. They took that money. They sure did. They took that money. Ask me, did Heidi send that money back? Ask me, did Miss Virginia send that money back? Sure didn't. It's that simple. If it was so offensive to you, then you should have sent it back. They done spent that money. Yeah, they done spent that money. Let me tell y'all something. I am a musician. There are some times that I felt that I should have gotten more than what people gave me. But this is the thing. If I wasn't specific, people are going to give you what they want to give you. So now I'm specific. Now, if I tell somebody I'm coming, give me what you think, and if they give me $25 and I knew that was $100 show, thank you, and I move on because I was not specific. If I tell somebody that, then I'm opening myself up to that. However, if I'm specific and say, hey, I charge $75 or $50 per song, I want my money up front. If I show up, I want my money. No, we ain't gonna get the money after this because again, I want my money. So soon as I show up, now see, this is how business that I am. Soon as I show up,
Hey,
you start. Yeah,
Jay,
what's up, babe?
listen. I had somebody that took. No, what I was saying is I took pictures of somebody and they left me in point. They say they go pick.
You bargain, Viv. You bargain now, girl. Is it me? I think you bargain
Am
now.
I bargain?
I think you bargain now. While Vivian getting it together, y'all. Seriously, I went to the church and people start talking about the money. I said, well, I won't be able to sing today. Oh, you gotta sing. No, nope. I bet she got my money. See, I don't play games like that. So again, it was one thing if I said, well, give me what you think that it's worth, and then people give me $50, and it may be below what I want, but I'm not gonna argue because I didn't set a price. But when I set a price, and if I show up, have my money before I hit the pulpit or the stage. Because that's business. And then what got me is, again, they were trying to bring Uncle Claude in it. And they were wondering if Uncle Claude got paid. And again, y'all, that's been so long, I couldn't think. And I'm like, yeah, I did give Uncle Claude something because at the end of the day, we did not have the DJ. But yeah, but see how people try to attach and bring other people into this stuff, and this is what they do. And my thing is, Uppity, if you were so involved in that, I wish you would get involved in your community and investing in your teeth. If you would invest in your teeth like you invested in this story with Miss Virginia, girl, you will have a whole new grill. But see, you investing in the wrong thing. That's the problem. You investing in the wrong thing.
How long we been waiting on her teeth? How long we been waiting on them teeth?
3 years. And like I said, people invest in the wrong thing. They invest in the wrong thing. So again, I will probably have another competition, but this will be winner take all. It ain't no second place. It's only one place, and I'm gonna do the same thing. It ain't gonna be no different. That's it.
But Jay, they don't understand business because with business, if they ain't got your money, you gonna get your money. Cause if I come to take pictures for you and you ain't got my money, I'll embarrass you. I'll unpack my stuff and then pack my stuff up right when the first person get in line. I'll be like, they ain't pay me, and pack my stuff up.
Let me tell you something. I seen Shirley Caesar do this. Shirley Caesar came on stage and she said, "Look, I want to sing, but these people messing with my money back here." And Shirley Caesar said that and walked right on off stage. And they got their money. And when they got her money, baby, she tore it up. I remember, mama. Okay, but before that money, Shirley Caesar was like, "I ain't coming up here." And people got mad at her, and I'm like, no, because people had that lady come all the way down to Florida, and you getting ready to play games? Oh hell no! So again, I'm so done with it. So uppity girl, do you? But your time is limited over here. And then you went right on back. And again, see what this is the uppity. What I'm not gonna do is fight and go back and forth with you. I'm just going to go ahead and block you and ban you from being over here, because in this season, I'm not going back and forth with people. In this season, I'm just going to go ahead and block you and not let you come back up. I'm being patient. But,
hey, uppity, if your community love you like they said they do, how about they donate to your dentist and get you some teeth, get you some bad fitters?
And you know what? Let me tell you about this. People talk about that competition, how simple it was, how I was scamming people, and I'm like, baby, I'm not scamming nobody. I'm very upfront. The winner's gonna get this half, and this is what we're gonna do, and I'm taking half. That ain't scamming. I'm very upfront. And then they thought that it was so over the top that wasn't gonna happen. And then when it happened, folk got mad. So it always has to be, well, let me see something else. Well, yeah. So now this Miss Regenia thing comes in, and like I said, I owe nobody anything. I could have paid Miss Regenia $10 and kept on moving, because I never promised her anything but.
And she got exactly that.
Is it me? Am I frozen? Is something going on? What I miss? What I miss, y'all? I'm gonna say this. Y'all, listen, these folk right here, they got a lot going on and they got nothing going on. And they need to go and try and find them some business to get in other than other people's business. I'm just saying that. Oh, he on a call. But I'm gonna say this. Some of these people right here, they need to go find them some business to get into. There ain't nobody else's. For instance, this morning, y'all, guess what I'm on my way to? A voter registration class. I'm on a class. Thank you, Ms. Bennett. I'm on my way to learn more about voter registration, because I do poll managing, and they send me to classes. They pay me to go to classes to learn more about being a poll manager. They want me to be a poll clerk. I don't want to be in charge of the poll. All I want to do, go do my civic duty, and go home. I don't want them extra responsibilities. I don't want to be in charge. I don't want to have to argue that much with folks. I'm just saying. So I'm always doing something. For y'all, I'm telling y'all, people don't believe how busy I be. I do what I do. Hey, hold on. Let me put the banner up. Let me put the banner up. Let me put a banner up because y'all know how he is. Y'all know how we do. Let me see if I can find the banner. Let me see which banner I want to put up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Put the word up to say Happy New Year. Uncle Claude, is that you?
It better be.
Hi, how are you, darling?
Good morning. Good morning, First Lady. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Hey, I woke up this morning, so I'm fine.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Thank you guys for loving the green nails.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
It has
And I'm gonna be honest.
been a long while. Uncle Claude, why they always trying to check your pockets and trying to be in your business, honey?
And you know, First Lady, I very rarely hit links. I very rarely do. And the only reason I even hit the link here was because my name was brought up. I just find it amazing that and this was what, last year or 2 years ago?
January, almost 8 months ago.
Okay,
Almost
it
8
might as
months
well have
ago.
been a year ago. It's crazy. Not one. You know what? And I wish Pastor was actually. I know he's on a phone call right now. Have I ever complained about anything dealing with the rider lives?
Well, y'all don't know, Uncle Claude is one of the most unproblematic people I ever seen in my life. And when he felt like it was time for him to leave, he gave his wrench back. Am I right?
Yeah, and the reason I did that was because I didn't want, anything to come the rider lives way. And listen, I stand by everything that I've said. I will always do that. Now, does that mean that I don't? And I'm not going to hit this person while they're down. I know they're going through what they're going through. And if you notice, not one time have I said anything. And I actually pray that she finds that she gets the help that she needs. That's I'm not gonna you know me. I would rather talk a person up than talk them down. Now with one person, it's up and stuck because they brought up my dead wife and said that it was a good idea to deal with them. Now, if that bitch dies tomorrow, I'm dancing on the grave. And that's a whole nother ballgame. And I'm not gonna go back and forth with that. But it's so funny. Jay Wilson is always that's the thing that cracks me up too. Everything he says that he's going to do, he's always done it. He took care of me. I had absolutely no complaint. First off, he didn't have to do jack shit. He didn't know me a thing. I didn't do anything. But he said he was going to do it, and he did it. Not one time did I make a video talk about, oh, Jay Wilson didn't pay me. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. I'm not going to, first of all, I'm not going to lie. That's first and foremost. And secondly, I mean, the man has done everything he said he's going to do. I have to this day, I have no problem with Jay Wilson. Why do people want to cause a division between me and Jay Wilson? I don't get that. They really
I
want
get
you
it.
to really
I get it, Uncle Claude. It's because they're a bunch of damn goofies. They're a bunch of damn goofies. They ain't got nothing else better to do. Y'all like my lipstick? Y'all know what the name of my lipstick is? It's Oh Damn. That's the name of my lipstick today. Oh Damn. But no, Uncle Claude, people, they try to bring division between a lot of people. Because think about it. When you were over here minding your business all the time, they just couldn't help until they get over here and try and get in and try to get some shit started. And that's all it is. That's what I call them, shit starters. They bother folks. Listen, I don't bother nobody. Uncle Claude, you know, I'm over here minding my merry la business. And I don't care that much. You know that, right?
No, I know.
But these people don't seem to know that.
You've never bothered a soul.
I'm not always trying to stuff with people.
All you've done was take care of your people, and you've done it, and you've done a tremendous job with that.
Thank you.
And I listen, and trust me, being a caregiver, I definitely know how that feels. In fact, she's been tremendous. She's amazing.
But
and
this
I know
is the
there are
thing.
certain days, you know, it's crazy. I'm sorry.
No. What I was gonna say is, and what they do is they call themselves punching down. But you bitches ain't punching down on me. You could only punch down on somebody that give a good goddamn. I don't care that much. I really don't. When I say I don't care that much, I really don't. Y'all know why? Cause I'm busy doing other things. This is my lipstick case. Ain't that pretty? It's Juvia. Y'all, it's Juvia's. Y'all ain't got a pretty case. That's the lipstick I got on. I love this lipstick. But I'm just saying, folks need to leave people alone. Stop bothering them. Listen, I'm at the church. I'm in a church parking lot near between the church and the bank. And I'm being nosy. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what they doing with the UPS box. What y'all doing? I had to make sure they weren't mailing no drugs out so I can call the police on them. Let me get their tag number.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all listen. I'm telling y'all, that's what I be doing. I'm telling y'all, I used to be nosy and then I got a press pass. Now I'm newsy. I'm telling y'all, that's what I do.
I like that.
I used to be nosy and now I'm newsy.
I like that with newsy.
I'm telling y'all, I be all over the place. So like I said, Uncle Claude, these people think that we got time to sit around and listen at them all day. And like I said, to the person that sent me $1, thank you. Because I sure did. I used that $1. I don't know, I might have gave it to some kids at church or something. Because I did give some kids some extra money at church the other night. I did. I did, because we had a kids' night program.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I gave the kids some money. And then this morning, I'm on my way right now to go to a class to learn about voter stuff, because I work with the voters, the polling place. I do polling. Hey, TMO, how you doing, sugar?
Yeah, I can't see the chat, so good morning, everybody. I don't think I'm
What's up,
ignoring
Uncle
you. I
Claude?
apologize. Oh, good morning, Pastor. How are you?
Uncle Claude, did I give you something during that competition? Sure. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because people are trying to say that I may not have given you anything, and I just think it's really interesting how people try to pull other people into stuff, and so it's really unfortunate. But now, Uncle Claude, I do have another question for you. Did I promise you any specific amount that I was going to give you?
Absolutely not. I didn't even perform a service. I mean, and I did clearly say while and I know that you were on another call, as I said to the first lady.
I'm good. No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Listen, first off, I mean, you paid me. Not one time have I ever, If you notice, during the time I was there, have I ever complained about anything at one time about any dealings that we've had?
No.
Have I ever made a video, because obviously I have my own platform, saying, you know what, I feels a certain way because Pastor didn't do X, Y, and Z? Did I ever make a video?
No.
No. I mean, it is amazing how everybody, why do they want us to fight so bad? Is it because maybe it's the straight same gender thing and we're supposed to hate each other? I don't know. I don't get it. I'm just asking.
Uncle Clyde,
because we
let me
read a
say
very
this,
good.
Uncle Clyde. You know why? Because you are a logical thinker. Even though I'm very passionate, I'm not illogical. I know how people operate. I know how they try to get people to fight, because these people are good at strife. They're not good at investing in themselves, but they're good at strife. And this is why, and my thing is, Uncle Clyde, they can't. And people who are logical thinkers, they understand. But this is the thing too, Uncle Clyde. You know who you are, and you're not trying to get validated or clicks and views and all of this, because you know who you are. But I thought it was very odd, and I had to think, Uncle Clyde. I'm like, did I pay? I said, yeah, I think I paid Uncle Clyde.
You
because
paid me quite well. I'm not going to discuss how much it was, but you paid me quite well. And again, at the end of the day, you didn't know me a damn thing. I didn't even perform a damn service, but you said you were going to do it, and you did it.
Yeah. Because I wanted to have music, but then we went against it. But I said, you know what, though? Uncle Clyde was willing to do that. So, let me give him something. But I didn't discuss I'm going to give you $100, Uncle Clyde, or I'm going to give you $200. Now, for Heidi Fly, I said, I told her exactly what the price was for second, and I over exceeded that. She could have said no right then and there. But again, Uncle Clyde, these people want moments. They want moments. So this is what they do. This is what they do.
You know that's just not my style. It's not my way. I mean, I'm not going to cause a fire where there is none. I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad Uncle Clyde did come up. And again, I didn't tell Uncle Clyde to come up. I didn't beg Uncle Clyde to come up, but Uncle Clyde was actually mentioned. And so again, I just know that New Yorker who lives where you live, that's what they do. Vivian, what you doing, girl? What's that? Oh, okay. Well, okay. So
that's my business card. There you go. See, that's what I told y'all. I work at the Messenger, my Journal Messenger business card.
Okay. So
I'm a news reporter because I'm a newsy chick.
So anyway, Uncle Clyde, but that's what they do. And at the end of the day, I'm glad you came up. You didn't have to come up. I didn't request for you to come up, but
I just thought my name was mentioned, and I decided, hold it, why am I being mentioned? And I wanted to clarify everything. And you're right, you didn't ask me to do that. I just happened to be there, and I don't know why I'm being brought up. Uncle
Claude. Oh no, Uncle Claude. They trying to get us to go on a date down in the chat.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, they're trying to do this, Uncle Clyde, because again, they're trying to pull in everybody because again, I'm supposed to look bad because Miss Regina didn't get the money that she thought she should have gotten, which is interesting because I didn't promise her anything either. I told her I was going to help her out. I was going to do something. I did not give her a specific time, a number, but that's one. And number two, Uncle Claude, they're trying to make me look like I'm fraudulent and I don't stick to my word and all of this stuff. But again, you all.
Jay Wilson, you are a fraud. Jay Wilson, you're a scammer. Go ahead and stop playing with these people and let them know that you are a fraud and a scammer.
I'm all of that. But really, at the end of the day, y'all, I don't give two flips about this. And I'm just glad Uncle Clyde came up in here because what I did for Uncle Claude, I did for everybody. Like I said, Uncle Claude, you know, I wanted him to be the DJ because he was the sector. And people got mad because I got somebody who was not sector Buddy Lee, and nobody didn't want that to happen. So I'm like, okay. And then I said, no, we're gonna keep it as skeletal as possible, because I don't want to be dealing with copyright stuff and all of that. So I decided to go against it. But I said, you know what though, Uncle Claude, for even considering it, I'm gonna give you something because you didn't even have to consider. And Uncle Claude agreed that, you know, hey, if you needed a DJ, I would be there to help. So that was Uncle Claude. And then, you know, like I said, at the end of the day, I made sure people got what they were supposed to get. Now, whether you didn't, and this is the thing, if you didn't like it, you should have told me, or you should have sent it back. And Uncle Claude, that's what I don't get. They are upset about what they got, but they didn't send it back. Because if they were so insulted, Uncle Claude, they would have sent it back. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand exactly what you're saying. I mean, to me, it was a gift first and foremost. You just, and listen, everybody's different. I can't. It's not for me to speak on anybody else's finances but my own. But if you're, first of all, especially if you didn't even perform a damn service, jeez, why are you crying? But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Some people just aren't grateful. That's just all. That's all I can say about that. And if you feel that you need to do whatever you need to do, then you need to do that your damn self, and don't worry about somebody else giving it to you.
Can I answer a question? I'm gonna answer a question that somebody asked me in the chat if I had a Birkin bag. No, sweetheart, I don't have a Birkin bag. I don't have Birkin money to put in it, so I don't carry a Birkin bag. I do have a Brahmin bag, and it was given to me by a subscriber that is now turned friend. And they didn't they didn't become my friend because they were a subscriber. They became my friend because of some things that, well, I ain't gonna get into it. Ain't no friends on YouTube. How
ain't
about
no
that?
friends. Not one.
Ain't
not
no
one.
friends on YouTube.
Not one, Vivian. Not one.
Well, my Brahmin bag was sent to me. My Brahmin crossbody, and I appreciate it and I love it. It's a very beautiful, rich brown Brahmin crossbody. It's a smaller crossbody, and I love it. I carry it. I just don't carry it all the time. And everything that people send me, I don't show on here all the time. I have somebody that sent me a very nice beanie that I love to wear, especially during the wintertime, and a flower, because I had said that everybody had a flower except me. I didn't get a flower, and I love my flower. I have someone that sent me a wide brim summer hat because I saw them with it on a cruise and said I liked it, and they sent it to me. They sent me one. They didn't send me that one. They sent me a brand new one. So I appreciate everything that everybody has given me. And no, I don't have a Birkin. But if I received one, I would definitely tote it and be like, thank you so very much. Listen, I know Uncle Claude got other things. First off, Uncle Claude lives in New York. I live in South Carolina. And y'all listen, I like guys just like everybody else, but am I out here physically and actively looking for somebody? No, I'm not. Because I know I got life going on. And I'm just enjoying life right now, y'all. I really am. Well, look, Jay, I got to get ready to go. I'm going to listen at them going back down in the chat, sweetheart. I have to go to a class. Would you say we can meet in Virginia? Yeah, I was in Virginia, what? Jay, what I was in Virginia, how many weeks ago? About 2 weeks ago? About 2 weeks ago. I was in Virginia. I didn't tell nobody I was gone. But yeah, I was in Virginia about
Okay,
2 weeks
Viv,
ago.
I'm back, girl. I had to get my receipt. It didn't print out at the gas pump. So you know how I am
Ah,
about my
okay.
fetch. So I'm like, look, I gotta get my fetch. Don't be playing
I
with me.
understand, baby.
But look, y'all, look, can I say this? I don't want to be really real with you all. I am really not upset with these people because people are going to do what they're going to do. I don't have time. These are not people that I deal with on a daily basis. So I'm not getting ready to get upset with folk that I don't really interact with on a daily basis, number one. But I am going to say when you see messy stuff like this, and I mean like this, you start letting people go. I don't have time to be going back and forth with people. And I think people are trying to do that, but I'm not with it, right? So my thing is I'm going to let folk go because I do think that people think that you are begging for their attention and that you need them. And I'm like, no, we good. We good. And I'm going to stop giving people access to me because I knew she was going to do this. I saw her from the door when somebody had said, hey, you know, this is going on. So I listened and I clicked off because I'm like, this is foolishness. And then you're going to come up on my platform and try to have a moment, which I allowed you to. And I knew what you were trying to do. And then seemed like your cohort tried to have a moment, but I dismissed her because, again, you're not, you know, you coming up under Miss Reginia's name. So, yeah, obsessive. But
Jay, I got a question for you.
yeah,
What were they?
hold on, real quick. Then, no sooner than that, you get back on your channel acting crazy. We ain't getting ready to do that. Absolutely not. Go ahead, Vivian. I'm sorry.
Jay, I guess my question is, how did I fit into this whole context? Because I ain't even going to look
Because
at
you,
it.
Vivian, and again, when like you know what it is, Vivian. So you know, we gotta involve Vivian in it because again, it's still the situation of we still trying to rip folk apart because that's what we try to do. And this is what Uncle Claude came in because they're trying to bring Uncle Claude into some mess. And Uncle Claude is like, I'm like, okay. I mean, I think I gave Uncle Claude something, but at the end of the day, y'all trying to bring him in because the whole framework is to make me look like a crook and I'm evil. And no, I'm just intentional. I tell people if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And this is the thing. If you're not business enough to say, well, this is what I want, because if Miss Regina wanted $100, then I would have said, well, girl, you can go ahead and promote your own stuff. Okay? You can go promote. You know, I mean, Miss Regina act like she T.S. Madison or she acting like she fucking Dineva or somehow. Like she got oodles and noodles of people over there. And again, no big whoop, but I gave you what I said I was going to do. I did exactly what I said I was going to do. And then to bring this thing up that you had submitted something, and I'm like, well, I put all the submissions out. Why don't you just show us what you submitted? And I could easily go back to the email. And let me say this, Miss Regina, I am big enough to say, okay, well, your stuff was overlooked or I didn't see it. I'm big enough to say that. But you still
But
wasn't
Jay,
gonna win. But you
let me
still
ask
hold on.
you this.
But you still wasn't gonna win. Because at the end of the day, the only ones that won were the ones that moved. Period.
But Jay, this is my question to you. Did she think by suggesting this that she was the one who suggested this competition?
I said that
And
Miss Regina was amused.
Wait a minute.
She was amused.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
amused. And then every time you would say something, or if you didn't announce it, she'd be in the chat. Oh, come to Jay Wilson's da 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 da. Come to Jay Wilson's da 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 da. You understand what I'm saying? So are we saying, do you think that she felt like just because she announced it, that you were supposed to give her something? And this is the other thing, you guys. Jay Wilson and I, we work together. We're business partners. I have not, and this is none of you guys' business, but for the most part, If I get paid, if I don't get paid, what I get paid and what I don't get paid is none of your business. I'm not out here asking anybody else for their pay stubs, so why would you ask me for mine? I'm not asking anybody for proof of their pay, so why would you ask me for proof of mine? And that is where I'm at with that. So for those of you who decide that you want to be amused or you want to work with Jay Wilson, get your contract straight before you go out there putting yourself out there thinking that you're supposed to get money. Make your determination and find out from him how much it is going to how beneficial this will be to you.
Outspoken. Correct. Thank you, Outspoken. Outspoken said she didn't suggest it. She said, what kind of banner would you have in 2026? She didn't come up with the banner challenge. She asked me what kind of banner that I was having in 2026. And that's where it came up. I'm like, well, let me do a banner challenge. It was just off of that question.
And
You're
Jay,
right.
and what I'm saying is, okay, then once you made the challenge, then she started calling herself coming on your channel promoting it. And if you wanted to be his promotion, guess what? And you thought you were supposed to get paid for that, again, get your paperwork right beforehand, boo. Get your paperwork right beforehand. Because he never promised you anything.
Never.
He said, listen, Jay Wilson and I, before we deal business, we deal business. What's business is business. What's not business is not business. But you also got to say that Jay Wilson is a man of his word, number one. And Jay Wilson ain't out here really lying to y'all. He tell you up front what's going to happen and how he's going to do business. So all of this coming back, armchair quarterbacking is ridiculous. And I said it, it's ridiculous.
It is what it is. I guess it's good for the ratings, but I'm done with it. It's just like, are we that hard up for content that this is what we're doing now? Because I'm like, here we are in August, and Uncle Claude was right. Yeah, it's like, this is really weird. And it's like they needed somebody. So here we go. We're going to get her. Miss Regina has claimed that you made $4,000 from the banner competition. No, that's not correct.
First off, Miss Regina don't know how much he made. Who is checking his Cash App, boo?
But this is the thing.
Pocket?
This is the thing. We did updates. I don't have to lie about that. Again, you all, it shows you what is the intent, because Miss Regina was not privy to any of this. She is speculating. And my thing is this, would she be able to hold up? Would that be able to hold up in court if we went to court? Because I got my receipts of the Cash Apps from that time to that time. Does she have the receipts? So would she be willing to go to court on this? Would she be willing to sit in front of a judge? I am, because I know exactly what I did. So again, you all, I'm not trying to prove it, but I will say this. If I had to pull up receipts, I can pull them up. Can she pull them up? Because if she's saying all of this, that means she had access to everything. And can I tell you all that nothing hit my account until the competition was over? I mean, I don't have to lie about that kind of stuff. Why do you all think that me and Vivian can give people their money back when we had to cancel the Vegas trip and when we had to do the Labor Day? Because we hadn't spent anything yet. We're not out here spending your money. We are over here holding it. So when it's time to do what we need to do, we can do that. Y'all, look, I done been raised in church. Vivian deals with church business. We know what dealing with people's money incorrectly can do. We know about that. We've seen it firsthand. So my thing is, from that mere fact, I don't play with people's money, and I don't care what they call me, but I ain't never been involved in a scandal. People say they ain't get their money or that. Now, they may not like what they've gotten, but like Uncle Claude said, we didn't discuss how much he was gonna get, and I just gave him, I'm like, Uncle Clyde, thank you for thinking about me. Even though we did not use the DJing, I still, think you should have something. And you don't see Uncle Clyde coming up here and doing all of this foolishness, because again, he's not trying to make a name. He's not trying to do all of this. Think about why people do what they do. Uncle Clyde, you got something to say? You back up.
Oh, no, I'm just listening right now.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
So again, think about that. I'm not really upset. I just want you all as subscribers to look at how these people try to operate. I want you to see how they try to angle people and put them in a slot, how they try to paint a narrative. So Uppity's narrative is Jay Wilson is cheating and all of this stuff and doing all of this. That's what it was. This is why I cut them off immediately, because I said, I see what this is about. So you got two people, one who act like she cool with you, but she's really not. She really don't like you. She really don't, because anytime, but that's how she is. And then somebody who's angry because I don't feature them. I don't deal with them. So now they get together, because people got to get together, and they get together and they do all of this stuff, because they work together in groups. They plan this stuff. They get together. Now we'll get Miss Regina. We haven't heard from Miss Regina since January, and this is what we're going to do. I see the plan. I see how they try to do it. And I'm sitting here laughing at it, because I'm like, it's not going to work. Just like with Catherine. Baby, y'all ain't getting ready to get me to give her money and all of this stuff. And you guys to be crazy. First of all, this is a show, and I don't owe anybody anything. And Uncle Claude is right. And I endorse Uncle Claude, because at the end of the day, not because he's saying what I want him to say, but he's speaking truth. I never promised Uncle Claude a set amount. I gave Uncle Claude what I gave him. He did not even commit. He didn't even do a service. Not because he didn't want to. It's because I decided that we weren't going to do the music. But I was happy that he committed. And I'm like, for that much, I'm going to give Uncle Claude something. And that's how it happened. Y'all got to realize that all my judges from my last competitions got paid. All of them. You remember that, Vivian? You remember Vivian was on there? Me and Vivian. Let me say how.
I'm sorry, what was that, Jay? I had to go and put a sign in the window to let them know I'd be back in 11:30.
Let me tell you how it went down for our last competition. Me and Vivian got paid last. We gave all of the people who were in the competition their money. We paid every last judge. We were on StreamYard, and I said, did you get your money? And everybody said, yes, I got your money. At the end, me and Vivian split what was left in half. Ain't that right, Viv? See, y'all don't understand. We don't play them games. We don't play them games. We do not play those games at all. And we made sure every judge was paid. I think that was the Christmas tree challenge. Yeah, we made sure, I think that was the Christmas challenge. We made sure every judge was paid. But there were no judges this time. I was the judge. So again, it is what it is. Ain't no apologies being offered. No apologies. Now, Miss Regina, I am saying, if you can find your entry, please post it, and I will check to see if it's in the mail. And if it's in the email, you will get an apology. But you're not entitled to any cash, because no entry that was still won. Only moving and animated steals won. So again, that's number one. And then to complain about what you thought you should have gotten. Okay, you may have felt that way, but yeah, you did get something, and I did not say any specific what you were going to get. Can I say something too? When we used to do the cash apps, the cash app parties, I used to tell people, if you won 10, at least give somebody 2. I ain't never trying to have everybody get all the little money away. Hell no. You deserve a profit. That's why we had cash app parties. And the people who got some, I'm like, if you got $5, at least give somebody 50 cents or $1. I've always said that. No, nobody ain't telling you get all your money away. That's crazy. That's not business. So at any rate, you all, that's how I feel about that. And I'm not apologizing to anyone. I do not have any regrets of anything that I've done with that competition. And I'm not. And people can feel like they want to feel uppity. I'm sorry, your plan is not working. Well, not with me, because all it makes you look is desperate. You tried to bring Uncle Claude in this. Uncle Claude said, keep my name out your mouth, because at the end of the day, we don't have no issue. And Miss Regina and I shouldn't have an issue. But again, I guess she wanted to get in on the act. So it is what it is. And that's all I got to say about it. But I love all of you all. And I don't know y'all in real life.
Jay, can I dedicate this song to all of those people that are in need today? If you need a blessing, call Jesus. Call Jesus. Because that's the only person you need. If you need a blessing, call Jesus. I'm just saying. I'm out. Deuces. Have a good day, y'all.
Take care, First Lady. And I have to get get breakfast together anyway.
Okay, I got you, Uncle Claude. Thank you for coming over. I wasn't even planning to talk about this. I was planning to talk about other stuff, but I do appreciate you coming up and just letting the people know the truth. You didn't have to do it, but I do appreciate you coming on up.
Well, listen, this is always going to be one of my home platforms, and no matter what. I know there are no friends on YouTube. I'm not gonna, and listen, you're undefeated with that. Have to be fair, but I'm pretty sure that we can at least agree that we've had a pretty good working relationship.
But Uncle Claude, there's a caveat. If you do have friends on YouTube, I don't think everybody should know about it. I don't think you have to advertise it. Just be friends. I just think that when you advertise it, it almost gives people a challenge to say, okay, let me go ahead and rip it apart. I'm not saying that you can't have friends on YouTube. No, I think that you need to be very careful in that friendship. And the more you advertise it, the more people are going to try to put holes in that friendship, because that's what the people here do. But for the most part, I don't think that you can have friends on YouTube, but there is a caveat. So
no, I get what you're saying, Pastor, and I tell you what, if you do have friends on YouTube, there are certain people that they either there's no middle ground. They either are happy for you or want to root against it. And I'm not even going to say that this is a 50-50 split, because it's not. It's more like a 30-70 split. You got 30% who really want you to succeed, and then you have a 70% who, you're nothing but content and fodder for them, and they could care less.
Or they have insecurities within themselves, and they're trying to really secretly tear you down because there's something that they're missing, or they see something that they should be doing. A lot of this stuff is envy, a lot of it, and people don't want to admit it, but I'm like, how could you be that vindictive, or why do you obsess about people? Because again, I don't feel insecure or insignificant to anyone on YouTube, but I do wish that everybody does well. I'm serious. Even if you may not be a friend of mine or a YouTube, we have a good YouTube shit. I mean, if you're trying to invest in yourself, I'm always going to be on with that. Invest in yourself, but I don't see that from everyone, Uncle Claude. And I think a lot of that comes from insecurity, how people feel about themselves. If you have confidence, they'll take it as arrogance or narcissism, and it has nothing to do with that, but you're investing in you. Uncle Claude has invested in Uncle Claude. You know what I'm saying? And Uncle Clyde is going to be himself. My relationship with Uncle Clyde is proof that I'm not intimidated by a heterosexual man. He ain't intimidated because we've always had this relationship, and I respect Uncle Clyde. You know what I'm saying? Let me say this. Uncle Clyde doesn't have a wrench now, not because I took it, but Uncle Clyde was like, I want you to release me from this because there's a lot going on. And I can respect Uncle Clyde for that. And Uncle Clyde didn't get on nobody platforms talking about something. Well, Jay Wilson is this, and this. Uncle Clyde knows the seasons. Uncle Clyde knows he can read the room. And a lot of content creators can't read the room. And I'm going to say that too. Even with my wrenches and stuff, I have made some really good decisions. Even though some people think I may have been harsh, but now that you look down on it and now we are in the future, well, we've seen what has happened. I made good decisions. And I think the decisions that I made are well thought out, even with not allowing certain people on the platform. Because like you said, Uncle Clyde, some of these people act like they're rooting for you, but at the end of the day, they want to see your demise.
My thing is, you never want to burn a bridge, especially if it's not necessary.
Correct.
And that's why I figured it was time for me to do it. And I hope I did it in a respectful manner.
I think you did. I don't feel anything about it. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I would never do anything to disrespect your platform. I've never done that from the beginning, and I wasn't going to leave disrespecting your platform, especially for no ungodly reason. That's just stupid. But and listen, I've enjoyed and I still am a part of Ryder Lives. Hey, I still as you can see, I make sure to pay my dues every month. I'm still a part. I know I don't have a wrench anymore, and that's just, again, by choice. But listen, I enjoy my time here. I enjoy coming here. When I have a chance to be here, I do enjoy it.
Well, I'm glad. And I'm glad you are respected over here. Yeah, you are respected over here. And my thing is, I don't feel like you left in a bad manner. And I respected Uncle Clyde's decision. I was like, well, no, but he felt that it was time. And I can respect that. And I don't feel that it was I don't think you handled it in a bad manner. But then Uncle Clyde too, I'm not trying to be all sensitive about stuff. I think you know how to read the room. I think you know how to read the room. I think you know what people try to do. I think that you are a strategic person, not in a bad way, but you can see what's going on. Like I see what's going on with this situation. And I'm like, it's not a big deal to me. People are trying to make it a big deal. It's not, because my thing, it says a lot about you. If you weren't satisfied with what you got, then you should have voiced that as soon as that happened. If you thought you should have gotten certain things, then you should have voiced that, because who knows? I might have said, okay, well, let's go for that. But you didn't negotiate that. You did that. And so my thing is, I gave people what I felt that I wanted to give people. And my thing is, I was not under any contractual agreement to do anything for anybody except the first place and the second place winner. And I did exactly what I said. The first place winner took all of that prize money because that was there. And the second place winner, out of my till, got what they were going to get, and everybody else got paid from there. So really, I didn't make $1,000. You gotta subtract all of the stuff that I had in there. And again, I'm only saying this because now you got somebody saying I done made $4,000. Prove it. How do you have? I got the records, but again, what I make is really no one's business. But I don't have to lie about it. I don't have to lie about that stuff. I really don't. And this is why we kept tabs of it. And I kept on saying, when we got a donation, I would put it up there. This is where we are now. And if people wanted to be known of what they gave, I did. And if people wanted to be anonymous, I did. And then when the time came, the winner took that money, 1,000 and something. Don't forget, if we weren't going to have nobody, at least they were going to get $51. I think that's what I started off with, like $50 for the winner. I mean, you know, out of my money, if we didn't get any donations. And yet I even added the $51 with it because, again, that's what we started off with, $50. $50. And so when we have a competition, people know they're going to get what they're going to, what I say they're going to get. And people don't have to worry about not getting the money.
You know what I've learned too? Some people just never going to be happy no matter what the amount. And it's just, it's sad. It's unfortunate. But
Yeah,
some
but
people, no
it's
matter what
reality
you're going
in
to
its
give them.
life. And this is the thing, Uncle Clyde. This ain't real life for me. This is a show. And everybody ain't going to be happy.
Well, that's true too. When you click off, well, I know for myself, when I click off, and I don't even think about YouTube. I'm too busy with taking care of what I need to take care of. I don't even think about this platform.
Yeah. But Uncle Clyde, these are the things that I'm really focused on. And it's really interesting. And I guess we would have to discuss this, but I'm really good with this. You know, we said what we said. Uncle Clyde came on, so you know that he did receive his gift. And I like how you put that Uncle Clyde gift, and he's good. But Uncle Clyde, what I was really focused on today was Mitch McConnell not showing up, and you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene alleging that he may not be with us anymore. And she also alleged that his wife may be, how should I put it? Somebody who is
just say a person of interest.
A person of interest for the Chinese. But he has not been around. And I think Andy Beshear should go ahead and call the election. And if Mitch McConnell is alive and kicking, he'll show up. But I do think that he should do that because when Biden seemed like he was slowing down, they were all on him. And so I think that that's happening. And then also I was still discussing the situation with Nolan Wells, that situation. And then I was talking about Dr. Bryant, this lady who claims she's a doctor. You know what?
We don't know.
She has an honorary degree, but I don't think she graduated from Argosy because at the end of the day, transcripts will tell it all. And a transcript will say you have conferred, your degree has been conferred. I have all of my transcripts. Because if I'm gonna do a teaching assignment, you got to actually upload a lot of your unofficial transcripts to even be considered. See, and again, when you have that type of thing going for yourself, you don't really have to fight and prove stuff to people. But, you know, my thing is, have you worked in an academic setting where we know that you got to have those things? So I would even go with her story if she worked for a school that was accredited. And because they, again, to keep their accreditation, their professors have to be graduates from regionally accredited institutions. And you know, her transcripts would have gone in. So where did she work? Has she worked at an institution of higher learning? I could go with that, but my thing is the degree doesn't really mean anything. You can show the degree because, you know, people can fake a degree too, but one thing you can't fake is the transcript. You can't fake a transcript. So but again, I think that she is gonna die on that hill, and I just think that it's unfortunate. You know, but I've known people to actually finish the degree while people still talking, and then all of a sudden, hey, I got the degree, so I'm capable of doing it. But yeah, so I was talking about that, and then you know, some other political things that's going on, and then all of a sudden, you know, somebody brought up the situation with Miss Virginia. And of course, your name was mentioned, and then they were saying, you know, you need to be careful with Uppity because she's doing that. And I understand. I know who Uppity is. That's why I gave her the business when she came on because she was being fake. She was being phony, and I knew. And then she has the audacity to hit my link like nothing has happened. And I'm like, lady, please, you know. But again, that's what people do. But my thing is, I wish you were that invested in your own health and your own, you know, environment. But again, that's what you get here in the beef sector. So, but that's what I was talking about before all of this came up, Uncle Clyde.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even
and
see
also
it.
I was going to talk about Tommy
sorry.
because it has been it's out there. I don't know if it's true or not, but a lot of people say they witnessed it. But they said that Tommy's new man hit him with a folding chair. I think
Yeah,
they got into it, and somebody got hit with a folding chair.
yeah, that's been the main topic here. But
And let me say this, you all.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't glory in that, Uncle Clyde, but we saw what you did to Castro. And now it's like you trying to do the same thing, but this person is not Castro. And he commits to wailing that head or that backside. And they said that he wailed you down to the floor. Okay, go ahead, Uncle Clyde. I just had to put that in there. Go ahead, Uncle Clyde.
I'm actually going to end up doing a video on the Wells family because you know what? It seems like Mississippi yet again is showing that nothing has changed. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're playing in this family's face. Did you do know that the independent autopsy came back and they're saying that it's inconclusive?
Correct.
And there were also parts missing.
Yeah, they said the
From the
throat
autopsy.
was missing and it was
Right.
another
How
part.
do you do that?
But this is the thing. They said that Mississippi is still getting their stuff together. And so obviously they haven't put out theirs yet, but it's going to be interesting to see. The phone situation, the erase things in the phone, that still bothers me because why? Why? It's also been noted that those boys were still on the island during that time that was going on because they have the phone records and it's just things are not adding up. Things are not adding up. And one thing that I keep saying is if this was a white a white young man in a flip situation where it was all black people.
Oh, those black kids would have been in jail pending bail. We know that. Yeah. That's first and foremost. But of course, when the shoe's on the other foot, the first of all, the red flag was, doesn't look like anything. You didn't even do the autopsy and said that. You're not supposed to say anything. The first thing you're supposed to say is, let's not rush to judgment. But we know that's always the tenor when one of us is unalive. Let's not rush to judgment. Or when a KKK cop spelled that way unalives one of our people, then there's not supposed to be a rush to judgment. But here, they were quick to say, oh, there's no foul play. You didn't even do the autopsy yet.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a lot of things.
You're not supposed to say anything until all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. How dare you? You're trying to sweep things under the rug. You're doing Mississippi things.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Creole, we were just talking about your state in Kentucky because we think that Bashir needs to move on with these and appoint somebody. And if Mitch McConnell is alive and kicking, he needs to show up. We just said that. And I agree with you, Uncle Clyde, with all of that foolishness going on. It's a lot of foolishness going on. And this ICE thing is getting on my nerves too, because you're killing these folk and these people aren't even the people. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on. And one thing I keep on saying too about this ICE thing, once they start, if the Haitians don't get an extension then Black people need to be concerned, because they can say you look like somebody and you may be unalive or you could be in a jail. And, and I think that it's not important to you until it happens to you.
Now, I don't know anything about the, you said the Haitian.
Well, let me say this. So you remember they had that earthquake in Haiti. A lot of the Haitians were allowed to come over on work visas. And a lot of them, got, a chance to work over here. Well, that is getting ready to expire. And I think this administration is not going to extend that. Now, that's going to be a problem, because you got a lot of Haitian brothers and sisters over here, and ICE is going to start picking them up. You're going to start picking them up next. And my thing is, I don't want us to start getting picked up, because see, it was one thing when it was Latino brothers and sisters, because, we don't look the same in that sense. But, you can't tell a Haitian from an American by looks. You see what I'm saying? And so I don't want anybody to be unalive because we thought this was this person or taken. I mean, so again, I think we just need to keep an eye on that, because, this administration is doing a lot of stuff that's not really good. And like I said, they're bound to do anything with this Mitch McConnell situation. They know that Andy Beshear is a Democratic governor, and I think they're really trying to block him from appointing a Democrat to Mitch McConnell's seat to hold power. And that's why they're not letting people know what's going on. 305 Perfume Puss. No, let me say this to 305 Perfume Puss. No, you can't. I have family who's Haitian right now. And the son looks, you can't, no. I can't do that. I can't do that. If I'm in the car, you can't tell if I'm Haitian, or, now if I have a flag on or something or that, but far as just to look and glance, you can't tell. How does a Haitian look? I know a lot of Haitians who are very fair. How can you tell? See, no, we ain't going there. No, 305 Perfume Puss, you don't get what I'm saying. In a car, if you say that we're looking for this person and that person looks like you, these people have been unalive for looking like somebody. Because the people didn't check their documents, they just went right to the car. So that's all I'm saying. But no. I don't buy that.
Okay, so, I'm gonna have to leave. I apologize, Pastor.
Okay, not a problem, Uncle Clark. Thanks for coming up.
I have to get breakfast started for the young lady.
All right. You have
Take
a good
care,
one,
everybody.
All right,
and everybody have a blessed day.
Creole, I dropped the link so you can say what you need to say. Creole. I don't know if Creole is here, but Creole, the link has been dropped. What's up?
Hey, Pastor, how you doing this morning, love?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm good. I just wanted to say a couple of things real quick. One thing I know Beshear has done, I think it was in the news today. He spent $255 million to block Trump's Medicaid cuts for our state, because he's not going to leave people out there that needs help, and disabled people and all that and stuff like that. So I appreciate him for doing that. And I know he is asking people, because he did say, and this was in the news too, that somebody sent him a text message saying that Mitch was gone. But he wanted to verify that for real. But they did put it in the news that he received a text message saying that Mitch McConnell was gone. So we're just waiting
Well,
on.
Marjorie Taylor Greene said it, and then she said that his wife is a person of interest to the Chinese because she said his wife went to China.
She did in the middle of when we didn't know what was going on at all. She
Mhm.
took off and went to China. I'm like, that's weird. And your husband's fighting for his life. Maybe she knows something we don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, and let's not forget now she was a cabinet member in
right.
Trump's yeah, she was a cabinet member. But my thing is the only reason why they're not doing this again because Andy Bashir is a Democrat
Yep.
and he has the right to pick a Democrat to fill
Yep.
that seat. Now they're going to have to run again in November, but he has the right to do that, and they're not trying to do that. And I think that they are stalling because either the man is not able to fulfill his duties or he's not here anymore. It's either one or the other. And my thing is, I tell Andy Bashir to call their bluff and call and appoint somebody. And if Mitch McConnell is alive and well, he should show up.
And I do know Charles Booker, that's the black guy that's running against Andy Barr. He's running against Andy Barr. And Charles Booker used to live right across the street from my mama, so I kind of know him. Good guy from the hood, from the West End, has worked himself up, and he's going to give him a run. If they don't intervene in this election, I think he'll take it. Now, that's the Democrat that's running, and I think they're trying to fight that with everything they can because they don't want him up there.
See, so it's a lot of things going on in the state of Kentucky, and I think the people are quite fed up. I mean, gas prices have gone up again. This
Yeah.
man doesn't care about the working
American
people.
people. He even said that. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
said
don't care. He don't care. He don't care about the groceries. He don't care about this. People are getting this explosive diarrhea because of who he put in to the as the Secretary of Health. That man don't know what he's doing, and he's telling people that it's getting better and it's steadily getting worse. It's spread. So not only from Taco Bell, but it doesn't spread to Walmart and these places that have the salad. I'm telling y'all, don't risk the salad thing. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. But again, I don't trust the medical. I'm not going to say I don't trust the medical establishment. I don't trust the medical administration.
There you
The
go.
administration is not right.
Yeah.
I think the staff is on point. I just think the administration is doing things to. I think their whole job is to make sure people don't have confidence in these things, so they can take over government.
It's
And
like
that's what I think.
redlining, the redlining for medical. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think all of these things are happening for a reason. And I'm very upset that we have a president who accepted a gift from the Saudis, or whoever, Qatar, or whatever the nation was, with the airplane situation. And now he can't even use the airplane because it doesn't have the defense that was needed. And that was millions of dollars to do. Now we're going to spend another $1 million. This man is acting like the American taxpayers' dollars is his, so he can do whatever he wants.
And did you hear the asinine comment that the guy with the Tesla, I forgot his name, Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Okay, he gonna say that y'all want a handout, or y'all what did he use? Talking about that your Social Security is a, what did he say, a gimme or something like that? I'm trying to use the word he say, and I'm like, no, honey, because we work for that. My ancestors work for that. So if I need Social Security, it should be there when I need it.
Well, first of all, they take out of our checks.
Right.
So my thing is that's our money. It's not an entitlement.
There you
and
go.
My thing is he has issues and he has some nerve with these no bid contracts with the U.S. government. Trump has handed that man U.S. government money.
Yes.
And I think you got nerve to say that people who have worked all of their lives and that money comes out of our checks.
Thank you.
And then you telling me that y'all gonna take that? That's theft. That is theft.
And then Dr. Oz, which is not really a doctor, but Dr. Oz, He's suggesting that you don't get it at 62. He feel like you can work until 70. Who are
Absolutely
you?
not. Absolutely not. And let me tell y'all something. I'm taking my money at 62. I'm
I
not
know
waiting
that's right.
65. I'm not waiting because research has shown that people who take their money at 62 come out better in the long run because they can enjoy that money longer. But when you take that money at 65 and 70, people don't live that long.
They showed on. Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah. Rip, rest in peace to all of those soldiers. 4 of them. One who was in San Antonio. The other soldier was from Hawaii. The other soldier was from North Carolina. And I can't think of where the other one was. It was 4 that we know of. And I think that their death was uncalled for. It was an unnecessary death. I mean, had the man not ripped up the first agreement that Obama had, we wouldn't have been in this situation.
He's so jealous of Obama. It's crazy how he is when it comes to Obama.
Yeah, but
It's
that's what it
weird.
is. Yeah,
And you know
and
what? I have told people, I'm sorry, let me say this real quick. I have told people, even on my lives, that they needed to go and read on Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Claude Anderson was the black man that had been fighting for us while he was up on the Capitol Hill. He's been warning us on what was coming, everything. And people just overlooked him. Now that it's happening, they don't know what to do. But Dr. Claude Anderson has been trying to tell everybody, especially us melanated people from the get-go, what we need to do. And it's weird because I'm sitting back looking at people that look like me and look like you support this man. And I'm like, what could he really be doing for you all that much to where y'all give him undying support?
well, and it's sad though, you all. Lloyd Austin should still be in his position. That man was qualified.
Yes.
Donald Trump has released all of those people who were in top military brass, and then he's still denying people their promotion. And promotion is based on merit, not government appointment of who should and who should not be. And I just think that he's messing up military careers. It's sad. The military is very upset at what he's doing. And again, you all, I want you all to look. Cash Patel is still in his position.
Sure
Pete
is.
Hegseth is still in their position. And they are quite awful. But yet Pam Bondi is gone. Kristi Noem is gone.
Because he don't like women.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to bring out.
Hmm.
I think, and these rappers and these people who are trying to get favor with him, shame on you
Yeah.
because he don't like you all either. He don't like y'all either. Y'all are, I'm telling you, if you're not part of the 1%, he's not really with you. And even if you are, he still don't like you. He still doesn't like you. I just don't
And
understand.
we like shiny stuff as a people. So what they do is they take these so-called celebrities and shine them up and throw them in front of your face. People focus on that while they be behind closed doors making laws and changing things, and then you never know. Like, okay, case in point, this is what happened with me. I'll be a widow come September, 5 years. But after my husband died, I applied for his benefits, right?
Mhm.
And they told me, they said, well, you won't be able to get his full benefits until you're 62. Excuse me? I said, when did it change? Bush changed it. And so we're just letting everybody know it changed in the Bush era. I'm like, say what? Never knew it. Never knew it. So I told everybody that I knew, I said, if y'all think you're going to get your spouse's full benefits and you're not in your 60s, no. All they give me of his benefits, Jay, and I don't care if I tell this, they give me $190. My
Wow.
husband has been working since he was 16.
Wow. See, and again, they're always trying to make you think it's a handout, but you deserve those benefits because that's
Right.
your spouse.
Right. Yeah, itsy bitsy, a hundred, $190. Yes, that's all I get.
Wow.
So
Wow.
make sure your paperwork is, I'm telling y'all, make sure your paperwork is in order. The day that my husband died, honey, somebody called, or either they did a skip trace, and they closed the account we had together. They closed it, wouldn't let me get no money. It was a whole year before they settled that with me.
Wow. You all got to be very careful. Can I tell y'all this? They stopped this. They stopped this, but a lot of people didn't know that Walmart and Amity Bank, it's a lot of places they had dead peasant insurance on their people. And the only reason why we found out about this is because the insurance company sent a check to a family and it was in the millions.
Wow.
And Walmart said, we want our money back because that was our insurance policy we had on him. And they found out that Walmart and a lot of these companies back in the day would put insurance policies on these people. And they especially love people who smoke and didn't take care of their health because they knew they were going to get that money when that person died. So they had, it was called dead. You can look it up. It was called Dead Peasant. The name alone, Dead Peasant Insurance. And they made money off of people's death. And the only reason why people start finding out about it because that family fought Walmart in court. And it was sad because here's this company that making trillions and billions and trillions of dollars, but you're coming after this family for that reason. And that they sent the check to the family.
You know, that's what I was going to say, Jay Parrish. That's what the entertainment business do. Like whoever you sign under, that company gets burial insurance on you. If you die, your family gets nothing. They get all the money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is why I tell people that the entertainment industry is the new plantation. It just pays people. And I'm not going to lie, you all, Michael Jackson, Prince, James Brown, what's his name? Ray Charles, all of those guys, they fought. They fought for their money. And what Michael Jackson did pissed people off because again, he did something that the Beatles couldn't even do, and that's by their own catalog.
Now their catalog, right.
And it got to the point where he owned half of Sony. And so y'all just don't understand that people. So what, and I'll bring this back to Uppity. So what Uppity tried to do is what the entertainment does on a larger scale. You know, I'm going to try to tarnish your image. And this is why I tell people, you know, Hollywood is about information. And a lot of these rappers, a lot of these people, they are caught in compromising situations that could ruin their career. Don't think that people don't got stuff on them. You know, trust me, this industry is about information. Yeah. Everybody got a dossier on somebody. And I think a lot of this stuff you will see, you know, one thing that I don't know, it sounds like conspiracy theory, but people were saying that when people have these black eyes, that means that, and they got to show it. They said it's a humiliation ritual. So people talk about that a great deal. Some of this stuff can be fictional, but I do believe that some of this stuff is real, especially with the information and the power. I was looking at the Jeffrey Epstein thing again. A person who was supplying models to him is now not here anymore. They're unalived. They're gone. Because again, let me tell you something, y'all. Hunter Biden is talking. Hunter Biden is talking. And one thing I'm gonna give Hunter Biden is he gonna admit his stuff. He said, do you think that I was this? Look at me. He was like, I was on that stuff. But Hunter Biden said, this is Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden said on a podcast, Lindsey Graham was gay. He said it's a whole gay Republican mafia. And he said everybody knows who they are. Hunter Biden said, they asked Hunter Biden, do you think that Jeffrey Epstein unalived himself? He said no. This is Hunter Biden. And I'm like, Y'all just don't understand that a lot of this stuff is based on information. This is why I don't deal with a lot of secret societies,
Right.
because you've done something that could put you in a bad situation. And that's why people do favors to people. And that's why, because you know, yeah, I did you a favor. Now I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. You did something that you weren't supposed to do. And so now we got you. Because they always got to have information. We got you.
Mhm.
And that's how they do, and that's how they keep people. And I think the main person is called the architect, and the architect knows everything. And so you all, everybody wants fame and fortune. That's why I keep on telling people, give me the fortune. I don't want the fame. Mm-mm. You can have the fame.
I know that's right.
I don't want the fame. I'd much rather have the fortune, but you can have the fame. And again, how these people try to paint you on YouTube is just a small piece of what folk in Hollywood have to go through. This is why you see Taraji P. Henson all messed up, because she ain't getting paid the money she needs to, but she can't
Yeah.
really say nothing, because when people control your next film, or they can make you or break you, or you can be blackballed, you learn how to get along.
Okay.
And that's what we see. And again, so y'all, I see a lot of parallels between what happens on YouTube and what happens really in Hollywood. Here we are getting the AdSense chat. This is a show. But you see what people are willing to do and how they will go forth and do it. And I'm like, no, I don't want you. I don't want you on my platform. No, I don't. Because you don't mean me any good. You mean me more harm than good. And it goes beyond roasting and gagging now. So I just don't allow certain people on. Again, I'm bringing this back to the situation. People up there talking about Uncle Clyde. They're trying to wrap him into it. And I'm like, see
I
how
didn't think
this
he
is?
bothered nobody. I didn't think Uncle Clyde bothered nobody.
But what they were trying to do is, so you got Miss Virginia who's disgruntled because she's saying that she had an entry, it didn't get shown. I showed everything that I had in my email, but I did tell Miss Virginia, if she puts it up, I'll go check the email to see if I have it, because I don't really get rid of a lot of emails, right?
Right. Mhm.
So, but then she came and started saying that she started talking about the money and what she did and stuff. I'm like, I didn't sign a contract with you. I didn't tell you to do that. I mean, and the only reason why I started the competition, she asked what kind of banner I was going to use for 2026. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a banner competition. But that was my ideal. You just asked me about my banner. But yet it's like people try to take full credit for that. And so I did give her something. But now she's complaining about what she got. And I'm like, well, girl, if you weren't happy, you should have given it back. Because if I feel disrespected, I'm not taking it.
Okay.
But that money's spent. Not spent, but it's spent.
Bless her heart.
And so now she gets on Uppity's channel with Brian, which I know what that's about. You know what that's about, Creole. You know what that's about. And so again, because they have issues with me, okay, now we're gonna make a big deal of this. But at the end of it, I'm like, well, Miss Virginia, what was your angle? This was in January. Here we are in August, almost now, July. At the end of July, it's the 23rd of July. And now this is an issue, and you never emailed me or said, hey, but now all of a sudden, so it looks really fraudulent to me. And then they tried to bring Uncle Claude in there, because she even brought that in, saying, I wonder what he got. And Uncle Claude just came on today to say, yeah, I got the money, and you didn't promise me anything.
Right.
And so it just goes to show you these type of people. And then she's saying that it went from $5,000, now it's $4,000. And that's how much she said I got, which now becomes lying, because you don't really know. And the truth is, what I said it was, that's how much we raised. I don't have to sit there and lie about it, because I'm not trying to pump people up. I was very plain and clear of what we did. But for Miss Virginia even doing that, I'm like, what is your angle now? Because it seems like you got some angle. So
Right.
this is what I say. There are no friends on YouTube. I ain't never said anything cross to Miss Virginia, never did anything to Miss Virginia. But again, she felt that she deserved this, and the third. And this is the thing, Miss Virginia, you've been in the beauty industry for a long time. Baby, you know how much women are supposed to pay you when they sit in your seat. You know this, and the third. So now all of a sudden, this. So again, what it does for me is say, okay, I'm gonna be tighter on these reins. So this is it. Again, if you promote this, if we don't have agreement, you're doing it on your own. Because again, I never had an agreement or how much Miss Virginia was gonna get. So it's interesting. If you're making 4,000, you better do competitions monthly. Okay, girl. Now the money was good, but it was definitely not $4,000.
I was
And
just
I
saying,
just think that people,
yeah.
yeah. But again, that's what people do. But I'm glad that I think what's her name? Outspoken one. I'm glad that Outspoken one mentioned that because I'm like, how did this start? And that's right. Miss Virginia asked me what my banner was going to look like for 2026. And I'm like, let me
I
have
think
a
I was in
challenge.
here when y'all was talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah. But now all of a sudden, everything is an issue. So I just think it's really funny how people do certain things. And I'm not really mad about it, y'all. I'm talking about it because I want you all to learn. I want you all to look at these people. And what was supposed to happen is I guess I was supposed to feel some kind of way. I don't.
Okay.
And again, I don't get entangled emotionally with this. I promised Miss Virginia nothing except I'm going to give you something. And I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I told Uncle Cloud I was going to give him something. I did exactly what I said I was going to do. The winner got 1,000. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I told the second place winner, this is how much you get. They asked me how much is second place. I told them, right? And then I gave them $50 more. Now they may have been disgruntled by it, but I did exactly what I said I was going to do. And for that, I am not apologizing. For that, I don't owe anybody anything, period. And I was upfront and honest the whole time through. So it is what it is. But y'all, look, I gotta go.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Cleo, thank you for coming over, and I'll keep my eyes on the news.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, y'all take care. Bye.